Welcome back to the Truck and Truth. This is Rick with yet another Zeemod video for you. I hadn't exactly planned this one, but had some people come forward with some additional information that they felt like the community should probably know if they're going to keep doing business with old Zane over there at Zeemod. So the first one told me straight up, put my name out there, I don't care. And that would be Mr. Pister. In fact, I got Discord messages between old Z and Mr. Pister. And yeah, I'm gonna keep calling him Mr. Damn it, he deserves y'all's respect. Damn good modder. But anyway, this first screenshot I'm gonna show you here, it's just a big message Z posted or sent, and it says I'm going to work on full-time on the trailer when I get back. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't speak that language. What I guess he meant is I'm going to work full-time on the trailer when I get back. No matter what I work on, someone will always be pissed about something else not being worked on. Again, could need some translation. What he's saying is no matter what I work on, someone will always be mad about something else not being worked on. And, you know, when you put too many irons in the fire, Zane, that tends to happen. And then this is an interesting part. He says, I thought that showing it would be released in Q1 this year was enough of an update to show it's coming. So there you go, everybody who just kept yelling Q1, Q1, Q1. It was never going to come out in Q1. But Zane himself says that he thought showing that it would be released in Q1 of this year was enough of an update to show that it's coming. And then he goes on, despite what Big has said online, and I'm going to guess that's referring to the other part of the video, but it's not a week's work to put the loads on. I'm not just buying models online and dumping them on the trailer. They will need optimizations and probably texture and material reworks. Though I can just do that. Admittedly, wish I never took the project on, especially when it's been released elsewhere, but I'll get it finished regardless because I haven't and don't plan to let people down. Well, nobody accused you of planning to fuck everybody over. It's just what you've done, Zane. He wished he never took the project on. That's going to make you laugh later in this video, I promise you. You're going to want to remember that. He regrets even taking the project on. He goes on to say, where did I leave off? People might say the Western Star was a letdown, but it's a minimal viable product at the moment, which is standard business practices. And it'll be released with a lot more content and polish, then throughout the year be expanded upon. So, let me break that down for you. People might say the Western Star was a letdown. Nah, Zane, that's what the fucking people said. Ain't no might to it. But you go on to say it was a minimal, viable product, which is standard business practices. Standard business practices. To the community out there, comment section is yours. Show me where another modder has released a truck with no cab lights on the top. None whatsoever. Because, I mean, according to Zane here, it's standard business practices. And it'll be released with a lot more content. Well, wasn't it already kind of released and polished? Then throughout the year be expanded upon. Expanded upon, is that a lot like, you know, you were going to expand upon that dump trailer that you sold everybody and then never did anything with? Is that the expanded upon we're looking at, Zane? He goes on, at the very least, I feel I've done the responsible thing by, I'm guessing he meant by, he said but here, but we'll go by, stopping further orders on those two products while they shape up for a release. That's why the pre-order stopped. And yeah, I don't take anything personally from you or Redacted, so don't worry. I know you're both sensible enough to have a proper convo. And yes, you will hear Redacted a few times. You will see black boxes covering names in these screenshots. These people never gave me permission to share their identity, so it ain't gonna happen. I'm sure plenty of you will probably be able to go, oh, I know exactly who that is, but hey, just keep it to yourself. Y'all start putting who I redacted in these black boxes in the comment section and I will block you from the channel. So next screenshot from Pizder. It's a back and forth between Pizder and Z. Mr. Pizder, that is. Z says thanks. Yeah, he's just an arsehole. Such a stupid fucking word. Just say asshole. I'm running a proper business here. No, you're not. And unfortunately, it hasn't given me time to finish the Lowboy trailer because the sales volumes on it aren't as high as the sound packs. But now I have some capital. I can focus on that in the truck. So there you go. You want to know why no work was being done for so long? Both projects? Well, they just don't make the money his sound packs makes. For all of you that pre-ordered it, well, hey, fuck you, huh? I mean, if you want to pause it and read the rest of this screenshot, go ahead. There's really nothing else that really adds anything other than the fact that you can see where Pizder was doing his best to try to help Z. Kind of sad, really. Okay. Third screenshot from Pizder. Another back and forth between him and Z. Starts with Z saying, about to record the last truck before I leave Holland and go back to my pregnant wife and 2-year-old who's been left to fend for herself while I'm here trying to get new sounds for updates. Really? So let's really, that right there, let's break it down, people. So we know at that time he had a pregnant wife. Wasn't much of a wife though, obviously, because every time he goes to record something, his poor 2-year-old's left to fend for herself. Get a better wife, Zane. I don't know what to tell you there. Pizder says, look, man, I get it. Just let people know what's up. I know you got a timeline, man, but sometimes just a quick message in your Discord will keep people happy. I appreciate you reaching out to me. I don't want to have an issue with you, but I really think you should do something with that admin. But again, I'm nobody to tell you to do anything. So, almost 12 hours later, Pizder says, just gonna leave me on red, brother? That's the respect you have for Redacted and me? Bet, bro. Z says, red? I don't follow. Pizder says, just like not answer, bro. Z's excuse is, oh, sorry. Just got home from Holland not long ago. Then had to put my daughter to bed again. That fucking lazy ass wife of his. This is the first time I've even looked at my phone for a few hours. I'm guessing that says hours down there. But it doesn't matter because it's a fucking lie. Because what Pizder asked him was, just gonna leave me on red, brother? Which means, see, by saying I ain't, this first time I've even looked at my phone is kind of saying, well, I just saw the message. No. You said you read it. You saw the message. Now we can move on to what I'm going to call the meat and potatoes of this video. Those were just little interesting back and forths that I think the public probably should be aware of. But now, like I said, I got to sit and I got to talk with an ex-Zeemod team member. and got to have a really good conversation. We had planned this a while back, and then he was busy the one day, and then he didn't get back to me. I wasn't in a rush to get back to him. I wasn't trying to push somebody into, giving me info. If you want to bring info to me, that's fine, but we can do it on your time, But finally, when Pister had sent me those screenshots, he said, "Hey, I got that person you need to talk to. He's ready now. Get on Discord." Well, buddy, on Discord I went. And that person is Big Cool. He said I could show his stuff on here. Again, a lot of this is going to be redacted for names that I don't have permission to be putting out there like that. So I started with, "Hey, let's have that chat." He says, "I'm ready." I said, "Okay, first, who are you in relation to Zane?" He says, "Now, no one. I was a team member for him, doing testing, etc." I said, "Okay, what can you tell me about the low boy in the truck? Specifically why it's taking so long and what exactly happened that caused it?" Big Cool says, "Okay, I'll start with the truck. He purchased the truck from Redacted, and after it was in game, it was brought to his attention that the model was inaccurate. It was a combination of an X and SF truck. The person who informed him owns two Western Star 4900 SFs. That guy sent Zane measurements and pictures of details to get the model correct. After dealing with flaky artists, he finally got Redacted to help out modeling and getting it right. Now the trailer. So let's just stop right there with the truck. So the truck wasn't 100% correct. Is there a model in this game by any modder that's just without a doubt 100% correct? I don't think so. None of that excuses why there were no cab lights on the truck. But anyway, I digress. He goes on to say, now for the trailer. The trailer I had made by Redacted. It is the trailer I pull in real life and was modeled off of mine. Since I was working with Zane at the time, I asked if he would sell it with me, and he agreed. Of course you would, Zane. After telling me how little he was going to charge for it, and after exchange rates, etc., how little profit was left for him to make, I decided to just give it to him. As I'm not in this for the money, I really just wanted my trailer in game. So I told him he could have it and all the profit. After getting it in game, I realized there was an issue with the dimension on the neck causing the front of the trailer to be too close to the ground. So I contacted Redacted and he fixed it. Poet didn't know it, people. But anyway, that took a couple weeks. After that, it was ready to be in-gamed. It just needed loads added. When Redacted does a model, it comes finished with textures done and everything ready to go. That trailer could be done in a week or two, depending on who's doing the in-game work. What's going to really piss you off in a minute is when you realize how long ago that trailer could have been done in a week or two. So I asked him, how long has the trailer been ready to be in-gamed? And a follow-up, why has it not been finished? And how did you become an ex-team member? He says, it's been probably a year now, but I have screenshots. I can get an exact date. So we're going to stop right there. Now we need to go look at said screenshot. Here's the screenshot. I'm guessing the very top would have showed Big Cool saying to Z, or saying to Z and Redacted that Redacted is uploading the trailer shortly. Would either of you be available to check it out? This was after it was fixed. Redacted says, if it's very soon, I can compare with what I have in there now, since it's 4 a.m. over here. Laugh out loud. Big Cool comes back, Shares the file with him. Says, I appreciate you, Redacted. And Redacted shows the differences: old left, new right. So at that moment, the trailer was 1 to 2 weeks from being ready. Look at the dates on these messages. July 27th, 2022. Since, actually, let's, break it down. Since 2:05 p.m. on July 27th, 2022, that trailer was a week or two from being finished. But hey, why give the people what they've paid for when you can claim to be working on engine updates that never come? You know, the sound packs apparently is where his money's at. That's his money maker, right? We'll see about that before this video ends. He goes on to say, I don't know why it hasn't been finished. And I became an ex-team member because I started to tell people the truth in the Zeemods server, that nothing was being worked on. And Z had been radio silent for months. I'm just getting off my lunch break, so I may not answer right away, but I will. And then he sent the screenshot. Says that is after it got fixed. I don't know if Redacted wants his name used or no, so can his name be left out? And of course it can. So I come back and say, it's cool. Just answer when you can. So he wasn't even communicating with his team. Why do you think that is? Also, because I've always wondered, any evidence that his sounds are actually recorded by him from real trucks? I ask because of the N14 5-inch and N14 8-inch almost sound like the same audio, but with extra layers added to the 8-inch. And also how similar they sound. They shouldn't sound that similar. I plan to redact everyone but me, you, and Zane. Big Cool says, yeah, in the old server, he used to send photos and videos of him setting up recording equipment and doing the recordings. So, confirmed. I mean, I don't know why you would go so far as to fake video of you setting up recordings and doing recordings on big trucks if you're just not going to do the fucking recording. So, confirmed. He does record from trucks. So, in the old server, he had a team and some time went by and he created a private server with him, Redacted, and myself, completely excluding the other team members. We were instructed not to let anyone else know about it. So after I hadn't heard from him in a while, I had assumed this happened again, but this time excluding me. And I can't confirm, but I'm betting that's what happened. Then he banned me from all his social medias. I say, LOL, I'm in that social media club. And how long ago was this, when you were out? He says, I guess a couple of months ago. He said he wanted to have a chat with me, but never did. So to get this straight, this is me now, so to get this straight, you offered the trailer to be sold and you split it. Then you even tell him, just take all the money. Then he lets it sit and sit, then just kind of quietly removed you? Big Cool says, yeah. Well, he put it up for pre-order and then took people's money and then let it sit and sit and then quietly removed me once I started speaking up. See, it's never bad to be corrected, people. I'm glad he laid that out there like that. The trucking, so I come back and say, that's a real shame. He's a bigger piece of shit than I gave him credit for. Will be corrected in my next video. Anything you want to add before I wrap this up? And do I have permission to share this chat publicly with all names redacted except for yours, mine, and Zane's. He says, yeah, you have my permission. I said, thank you. You didn't have to do this. I appreciate it, and many others will also. So yes, community for ATS. You should all be thanking Big Cool. He did not have to do this. He could have stayed far in the background. He's got his trailer now because somebody else did the work. He didn't have to do this. So if you were one of those people thinking about, maybe staying with Zeemod, and now you're going to save money, be thankful to this guy. And it ain't like you're going to save money. You're going to go buy sounds from Serial Black, or you might save money. Maybe you run the, Slav Jerry. I run a lot of his. I like it. I do plan on purchasing Serial Black sounds once his website's up. But, yeah, Big Cool did not have to do this. So he says, so another thing, Redacted did all the in-gaming of the Western Star and the trailer. There goes my dog barking in the background. He used his assets, and he did the animation for it as well. Well, Zane has removed them, and I'm guessing that's what's taking so long to get it updated, if he is even working on it. I had a Peterbilt 359 model made, which Zane and I were going to sell, so I had shared the file with him. Well, he's been fitting the chassis model, which is a Peterbilt low air leaf chassis, under his Western Star as well. Y'all catching on to how big a piece of shit Zane is yet? I said, well, maybe once the community gets to see this, more will wake up and stop doing business with the guy. That's my goal here. This community needs less Zanes. And I kind of thought that's where the conversation was going to end, but boy, did it get better. After I said this community needs less Zanes, he comes back and says, yeah, it's so odd, like he was so gung-ho before, and then it just became nothing. And with all the business, with spin tires and his lawsuits, it seems like it's all just been a quick money grab. You should read the terms and conditions on the Zeemods page as well. Some very interesting stuff there. I said, oh, I'm going now. And then he starts sending me screenshots of it, but I got the whole page, or at least a screenshot of part of the page, the parts I wanted to focus on. Right here, the right to refuse sales, number 11. Zeemods reserves the right to refuse sales to any individual or entity at its sole discretion. If that was legal, Zane, you wouldn't need the rest of this now, would you? This may include, but is not limited to, situations where a customer has engaged in defamatory behavior or has caused harm to the business or the reputation of its owner. Such decisions will be made in compliance with applicable laws and regulations. Well, they weren't, Zane, because you canceled my trailer order without me asking you to do so. I'm guessing now you're going to say it's because of the defamatory behavior. But see, in order for something to be defamatory, Zane, it's first got to be a fucking lie, don't it? And there's where you got your fucking problem. Because every word I've ever said about you in these videos is 100% the truth. So you can take that defamatory bullshit, you can stick it up your ass, bro. It means nothing to me. In order to defame somebody, you have to be lying, and you have to knowingly be lying. Good luck on that. You're not very smart. I like number 10. All emails and any attachments sent from Zeemods to the customer are strictly private and confidential, intended solely for the recipient for whom they are addressed. Unauthorized disclosure, copying, distribution, or any other use of the content of these emails is strictly prohibited and constitutes a violation of these terms. But your dumbass emailed me back from your personal email, didn't you, Zane? Every now and then you just find a real dumb motherfucker in this world. Now for the part... No. We got another piece to cover here. We got two more. Goddamn, look at all this. Number 9, communication. Zeemods will communicate with customers regarding future developments or product updates as necessary. However, customers cannot hold the company responsible or liable for any delays in communication. The speed of communication is contingent upon various factors, and Zeemods strives to provide timely updates when feasible. Go fuck yourself. Everybody in that Zeemod group is fucking rolling on the floor right now, Zane. Let's look at number 14. We reserve the right to limit the quantity of products available for purchase or offered for sale at our sole discretion. Do y'all know what that means? What do you know what that tells you, what his plans are in the future? And this is probably the real reason he shut off pre-orders, because he had no problem taking people's money all the way until it was shut off. So you can't convince me he did it for the right reason. But when you limit the quantity, when a product is limited in quantity, it is worth more. The more limited it is, the more it's worth. Now, what Zane sells here is a digital good, of which all you get really is a copy of. Why would you need to limit the quantity? He can make unlimited copies of these files. You know why? So he can drive up value and charge more, artificially creating a demand. But the most interesting one on this screenshot, or if you're over there on the page now looking for yourself, number 8, variations in sound packs. Says Zeemods may release multiple sound packs for the same engine type, utilizing recordings from different exhaust diameters, as exhaust size can significantly influence the sound produced by an engine. These variations in sound packs provide customers with a range of audio experiences. Zeemods reserves the right to create and offers such sound packs at its discretion to cater to the diverse preferences of its customers. Additionally, Zeemods may choose to use the same engine sounds across these packs while incorporating different exhaust sounds in order to maintain consistency. So there you have it, folks. That N14 5-inch, how I said it just sounds so familiar to the 8-inch. It's because you bought the same fucking engine pack again. That was his test run engine to do that on. Now all you boys waiting on updates on them older engines, wondering why they've never been updated, now you know why. He's not gonna update them. No more than he updated the 8-inch. Remember when the 5-inch N14 come out, he said, will be shortly followed by a G4 update for the 8-inch N14. Never happened. And it's not gonna happen on those packs you're waiting to be updated. He's gonna make you buy them again. Did you think it was a coincidence that the trucks he just went to record when he was listing the engines are all the same old engines he already sells? You didn't think that was just a wee bit of a coincidence? And then, to top it off, how many other packs has he done this with? How many of these engines weren't recorded, but samples were taken from other engines and put together? Because the conversation, well, it continued. After he sent me the screenshots, I said, I think I'm correct about the N14. He clearly states it will use same engine sound across multiple packs, only changing exhaust. He says, yeah, he also did it with the C15, not MBN, and the 3406E. I think they have the same Jake brake. So where I conceded earlier that in fact Z does record real engines in real trucks, when you buy that engine, you're not just getting that engine, you're getting a mishmash, a mix and match of whatever he thinks it needs to sound good. And then whatever he creates, he's then going to later come back and strip back some audio layers or add a few audio layers and tell you it's a whole different engine with different exhaust size that he had to go record so he could get the different exhaust size. Even though he plainly states that, no, same engine recording, the only thing we change or tweak is the exhaust. That's kind of fucking nuts. So there you go. That is the absolute truth about Zane and Zeemods. If you continue doing business over there, well, then you're just welcoming yourself to continue to be scammed. If his sounds ain't the exact sound that was recorded from that exact engine and exhaust at that time in that truck, how's it different than anybody else's sounds? I was duped. I'm sure you were all duped, but be duped no more. I want to thank Pisder. I want to thank Big Cool. I want to thank everyone who's subscribed off of these videos. I want to thank everyone who comments on these videos. I want to thank everyone who took the time to like the video. I'm Rick, and I'll catch you later. Peace.